Organize your Rails locale files with grace and stability. Internationalization is a critical aspect of modern web applications, allowing them to reach a global audience. In Ruby on Rails, the built-in support for internationalization, I18N, makes it relatively straightforward to add multiple languages and locales to your application. However, as your application grows, managing these locale files can become cumbersome. This is where organizing your Rails locale files into directories comes into play. But how can you do this without running into errors? Understanding Rails locale files. Locale files in Rails are YAML files, located in the config/locales directory by default. They contain translations of text strings used throughout your application. A typical locale file might look like this. The problem with flat locale files. For small applications, a single locale YAML file per language might suffice. However, as the number of localized strings increases, this can become unwieldy. Organizing locale files into directories can help make them more manageable, reducing the risk of merge conflicts and errors. Organizing locale files into directories. To organize your locale files effectively, you can follow these steps. Create subdirectories. Within the config/locales directory, create subdirectories for different features or sections of your application. For instance, you might have config/locales/models, config/locales/views, and config/locales/controllers. Use consistent naming. Develop a clear and consistent naming convention for your locale files. Following a standard pattern helps developers quickly identify where each translation resides. Language subdirectories. If you have a significant number of languages, you can further organize your translations by creating language-specific subdirectories. For example, load path configuration. Ensure Rails knows about your new directory structure by adjusting the I18N load path. In your application configuration, config/application.rb, add This will recursively add all .yml files within your locales directory to the load path. Avoiding common errors. File naming conflicts. Make sure no two files have the same name unless they are in different language directories. Duplicate file names can result in unexpected behavior. Valid YAML syntax. Errors often arise from invalid YAML formatting. Regularly validate your YAML files to ensure they are error-free. Merging concerns. In large teams, merges can become problematic. Using directories to organize locales can reduce these conflicts by making responsibilities clear and isolated. Closing thoughts. By organizing your locale files into directories, you can maintain a clean and efficient internationalization system within your Rails application. This approach promotes better maintainability, enhances team collaboration, and reduces the risk of errors. As you implement these changes, remember to continually test your application to ensure translations appear correctly across all locales. Implementing directory-based organization for your locale files is a step towards more maintainable and scalable application development in Rails. Happy coding!